Camera's at tilt. Hi everybody. Um, we're live now, and I just noticed that the camera's at a little bit of a tilt. So let me adjust that, and hopefully this won't give people vertigo as I'm doing this.
Technical difficulties.
Well, hey, it's not a Kemetic service without him,
Technical difficulties. Technical.
You got some waters with your name on it, baby. Yeah, it's just one of my pet peeves is YouTube videos where people don't keep the camera still. They're kind of going all over the place because that gives me vertigo, and so that's why I always apologize before I go and adjust something like this, because I don't want to do that to you guys. But I think we got it, so it looks about right. And welcome. We are honoring a Going Forth of Shu tonight, and I made sure everything was live so that I could include the jokes that Darren was making because they're relevant. Because he said, "Well, I've said Shu plenty of times today." Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, the Egyptians probably had a similar onomatopoeia for a sneeze, because you had in an account of creation, Ra in his aspect as a tomb, talking about how I sneezed out Shu, I spat out Tefnut, and it's a pun because that was their word for to spit. Yeah. So I spat out Tefnut, and to sneeze, their word was something like a shush, a shush and a shu. So I sneezed out. Yeah, and so that thing about Shu, they would have been rather close, no, maybe not identical, but close enough, to theirs that they would get the joke. So it's very appropriate. So yes, we're doing a Go Forth of Shu. We'll also slip in some prayers for maybe for we'll light our little pink lotus thing for Antinous, because his feast day is the 27th. So that would have been right before Thanksgiving, when probably a lot of us were getting crazy, getting ready to either travel or, in my case, host Thanksgiving dinner. But hey, the payoff is I don't have to cook for a week. So yeah. We've got. That's why I always get the biggest turkey I can, because we feed company, and then the rest is ours. So I haven't had to cook at all today. I won't have to cook. It's great. So.
It's great.
Yeah. The wind one, yes.
What?
I have to. Tefnut.
Yeah.
But Antinous, and the question one I was asking but that Antinous was a real person who was posthumously deified. He was the lover of Roman Emperor Hadrian, and he drowned in the Nile when they were touring and visiting, the empire. I actually did a video on this a couple of years ago. So if you scroll back, it was February of 2022, I believe.
Right.
And yeah.
I believe the video is called Antinous is to love us.
Yeah, I think it was just who is Antinous. Well, the funny thing is, because he was a lover of Hadrian, and yes, Hadrian was married, but they didn't get busy enough to have any children. So, but Hadrian was known to have, several lovers. So, you can kind of put two and two together on that one. And since then, because Antinous became, like a saint, of sorts. There were people who prayed to him as an intercessor for, departed loved ones and things like that. But in the modern day, he's become something of a patron for the LGBTQ community. And, so in that context, we'll offer. And we'll find some prayers to offer. I don't have anything in any of my books, but because he is quite popular, I know Jory would be able to offer several, but not knowing any off the top of my head, will at least make sure that he's mentioned. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Oh, Chris Robles, first time here, and this is the first message I see.
Welcome.
So yeah, welcome. Yeah, and yeah. Again, thanks for being here. Especially after Thanksgiving, and then I'm sure a lot of you guys are like us and decide to stay in on Black Friday because I had to work retail on a Black Friday 20 years ago. It's sort of a rite of passage, and once you've done it, you don't want to do it again. So that's what I have to say about that. And worse, I was working at a Toys R Us.
Oh man,
What?
I just remembered. I don't have any Dr. Peppers.
I have. When we offer wine for the gardens, I have sparkling apple cider. And that thing, we've got to pretty much kill it tonight. It's a small thing. So if you want to do some sparkling apple cider.
Very well.
It is available once we've offered.
I'll fake like I'm drunk and you can take advantage of me.
On that note.
Super sticker that one, y'all. That was worth it.
Oh, and of course, the November how-to guide episode will go live tomorrow. And I do have outtakes and an exclusive for all my exclusive Patreon peeps that I'll get loaded up this weekend. So
it is unbelievable.
And we'll do other announcements, reminders, whatever later on. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Yanachiru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands.
Oh, God!
Our purity is within our hearts. We have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
That was so cold.
Here. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to get down to 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's already 30 degrees on my hands.
Yeah, I figured that one was going to be kind of cold.
No, I tried to warm it up for you. No, I figured that was going to be cold.
Hey, I tried warming it up last time, didn't do any good, so I just said, all right, you know what? Ambient temperatures, here we go.
You're not supposed to stop trying.
No, actually, no. That's not a cold. This just been kind of a tough asthma day, I guess. So we're gonna ask for Shu's help with that. Since he is the breath of life, may he offer some blessing for all of us, all folks who have to deal with that. Here, I'm going to use this so we can have a nice long reach. We'll start with our Eye of Horus. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. There we are. Come, oh, come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The Eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world. To everyone who is tuning in with us now and will be joining us in the future, and who has been with us in the past. The Eye of Horus comes.
I'm sorry, y'all. Please excuse me.
And we're all purified with it. If you need to step out, that's okay. I mean, said I've got some things here if they would help.
Maybe, but I can't be doing this on mic for an hour. Love you guys.
All right, well, hopefully you'll get to feeling better and be able to come back because we'll miss you. And we're going to light first our candle for Shu, son of Ra. Okay, there we go. And to Lady Sekhmet, she may continue to bring peace and healing to those who need it. And because it's the week of Thanksgiving, we're going to honor Renutet, the protectress of the harvest. Okay. No, hang on. Yeah. Spicy Phoenix. Hi there. Oh, boy. Well, you know, hopefully they'll be okay. And because Mary Grouse says I might have, you know, accidentally passed on stomach flu to some folks. You know, some prayers to Sekhmet. Yeah, hopefully they'll be all right. But we know you didn't mean to. Oh goodness. Oh. Okay, so you you had a well that broke. Oh, that's a bummer. But peace and blessings, King Shabib. Yeah, and I think Darren will be all right. I'll keep an ear out for him. But oh yeah, and we also want to make sure that we light our Antono's candle. So that one, there we go. Let's hear it for grill lighters. Okay. You arise in the Aketas, Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Shu, son of Ra. And hail and praise unto you, O Yunuchuru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out as Fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oyenochuru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyenochuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. We give to you this eye of Horus, Oyenochuru. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Oyenochuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Yeah, and I realized when I opened this that we have an entire bottle here. So I put a wine stopper in it. So we have an entire bottle of sparkling apple cider. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Yunuchuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, within his house. Pure the cause of all of these gods, this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra, for Shu, and to know in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Shu. Come to your bodies, O Yunuchuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. There we go. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Shu, before Antanou. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu, Neb Keperura, your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And may the pumpkin pie bites that we have be a representative offering of everything that we have in the kitchen and the wonderful bounty that it's just represented in one small piece. Which, when you think about it, the way that the offerings would be done, like in the big temples, you had what they called the broad hall. There would be a broader area where they would bring everything, and you would have all the big trays full of offerings. But then only the high priest was allowed to go into the inner sanctum, where the enshrined statue was, and they would bring kind of a representative section of all of the offerings, because of course all of those big trays full of fresh vegetables and meat and so forth, that would get eaten by the temple staff after the service was done. So they just, it's like, okay, you know all the stuff that's in the back, but we're just bringing this tray in here, because that's all that one person can carry. So that idea of having a small something to represent, what you have, in spirit, something much larger that you want to offer, can apply. So from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We'll light this candle. There we go. That it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way at Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Ta henket kakao du sanachurmahat kutnve nafra waberhanket nasharim and kawanak kunibu macharunibu hiranashra. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. There you go. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The Svet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place. Okay, speak them over, give her some room. Has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. So we will read. This is called the Litany of Shu. It's actually a series of spells that come to us from the coffin texts, but it's only called the coffin text because that's where they first found them. Was written on the sides of coffins from the Middle Kingdom, but it's obviously a corpus of religious literature that had picked up where the pyramid texts left off, and parts of it evolved into what we call the Book of the Dead. So you had coffin text 75 and 80, which one starts off from as if Shu is speaking in first person, and then the next one switches to third person and is describing Shu, and it tells you a little something about his relationship with the Creator. I am he who foretells Ra when he ascends from the Akhet. I put the fear of him into whomever seeks out his name. I am the one among the Heh gods who hears their words. I dispatch the word of the self-created to the multitudes. I am the one who captains the sunbark and its crew. I am stronger and more raging than all the Eneids. I show splendor in accordance with my nature. I speak, and the Eneids are silent. I am he whose shape was exhaled, whom this august god created, who strews the sky with his beauty, whose name the gods do not know, the one whom the sun folk serve. Shu is the one whom Atum fashioned. His robe is the air of life. A cry for him went forth from the mouth of Atum. The air opened upon his ways. He makes the sky light after darkness. His pleasing color is the breath of Atum. Storm clouds in the sky are his efflux. Hailstorms and dusk are his sweat. The length of the sky is his stride, and the width of the earth are his settlements. All living things upon the back of Geb. By Atum's command does Shu govern them. His life is in their nostrils. He guides breath into their throats. Yes, you can almost think of Shu in some respects as being similar to the biblical concept of the Metatron, which I love the fact that at the top of the Wikipedia page, it says, for Metatron, it says not to be confused with Megatron. See here. So, but yes, the same idea as the voice, and the messenger of the creator, in this case of Atum. But
Emissary.
Mm-hmm.
He also goes forth for fast too.
Yeah, Yes, you open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. So, okay. When if kneeling's part of work for me to find an alternative, my back won't put up with the getting up and down like that. Oh goodness. Yes, I put more confused transformer man stumbling across esoteric theology, no doubt. Well, if it helps you feel any better, one eye, because yes, I'm getting up and down and doing a lot of that. I have kind of a cheat. It's off camera, but I'll go ahead and show you. I picked up this little padded stool for $5 from the Dollar Tree, and I use that a lot. I'll end up either sitting on it or kind of leaning on it to get up and down, because there are a few parts of my body that know exactly how old I am, and they remind me about it sometimes. So yeah, I have kind of a cheat, and I heartily advocate that if other people need things like that in order to be able to get yourself comfortable, but also feel like you can put yourself in a reverential space, however you need to do that. Even a beanbag chair is okay. So, of course, if you guys have some requests for prayers, for specific deities or for specific things, then by all means put those up there. What I'm going to do is, as I was putting the box of the basket of cookies together, there was one that fell out. So I said, oh, well, this one must be our fortune for the week. So let's go ahead and we can also do those too. So we've got our box here. And just a reminder, we are actually going to be going to a disability expo next week. So I will be out on Friday. We're going to tape something ahead of time and set it to premiere at 8:30 at our normal time. So that way, we can all be together in spirit, even if not in actuality. But hopefully we'll learn a lot of great things that we can, share about after we get back. So this is our fortune for the week. And so for our folks that catch us after the fact, this is for you. Adaptability is a sign of strength. So our message for the week, adaptability is a sign of strength. So that could be a sort of a heads up. You're going to have to adapt to some things. That is going to be what helps you to stay strong, stay resilient. Adaptability is a sign of strength. So, and I see some cookie icons. Okay, yeah, and let's see. I pushed for too long. Centers. Prayers to Sekhmet for my family and therapist's health and wellness. Okay. Yeah, and that is absolutely right. It's tough to put our egos aside oftentimes. Yes. Okay, and well, you know what? Well, I'll make note of that. Now I'm going to slow down the chat just a little bit so I can keep up. So we're going to start with Katie. And sarcastic, I'm going to get you and the Discord cookies like kind of at the end of the list. So I'll be scrolling back and forth. But we're going to go Katie and then Spicy Phoenix. And it's funny, Set from Katie and then Nebbit Hut from Spicy Phoenix. And I think you guys need to be paired together. So I'm going to ask them to give us a hand. Katie Horton. That was interesting. A lifetime of heartfelt compliments will boost your spirits. So, Katie, a lifetime of heartfelt compliments will boost your spirits. Now, this one, I think this is and forgive the expression, but I think there's more than meets the eye to this one. Because if you think about it, none of us are guaranteed a lifetime of heartfelt compliments from other people, but we can give heartfelt compliments ourselves. And so focus on what you can control and what source you're certain of, which is yourself. Give heartfelt compliments to others and it will boost your spirits. So a lifetime of heartfelt compliments will boost your spirits. Now for Katie Horton, that was yours. Spicy Phoenix asked for one from Nebathot. So practice gratitude for the natural world and the environment. Spicy Phoenix, practice gratitude for the natural world and the environment. It may be time to go outside and take a walk. Weather permitting. But okay. Whoop, I'm trying to turn it up. All right. Spicy Phoenix. So Thralo. And then, of course, Zavalin has a request for prayers to Sekhmet. So here, let's get Thralo's cookie. Thralo, I guess you had some voicemail. Here's the first one. First one. Your dreams are the treasures of your soul. Now the second one. July's opportunities will lead to growth. So Thralo, your dreams are the treasures of your soul, and July's opportunities will lead to growth. So that will be at the end of a Kemetic year, but there could be some good things. And those will lead to growth. So keep your eyes open for July. And Zabalin had asked for prayers to Sekhmet for peace and healing for their family. So we'll read a little something for Sekhmet. Hail, Sekhmet the Great, Eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail, Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light, who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the dusk comes. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests Izvet. Most holy of the gods, one seeks life in you. And may you grant life, prosperity, health, peace, affection, favors to Zabalin and their family. And help those who are having difficult times right now to find the strength to get through them. And I saw we got some super stickers. Thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, next is King Shabib Music. Okay. Hold on. trying to pick up where we okay, there and there, very low. It should be music, then Zavalin, and then Married Raw. King Shabib music. Take care of your family. They are your roots and your wings. So take care of your family. They are your roots and your wings. Okay, and next is Zavala, and the next Marriage Raw. Zabalin, embrace the unique qualities that make you who you are. Embrace the unique qualities that make you who you are. Don't worry about what you think you should be or you're supposed to be. Embrace what you are. Okay, and Married Raw has got a trip to Belize. Sounds like fun. And this one landed at Djibouti's feet. So. All right. Open up your mind. Let your fantasies unwind. Open up your mind and let your fantasies unwind. And what's interesting is I noticed that it landed again. This little ceramic statue that I painted. It's actually supposed to be a flamingo, but I painted it up like a sacred ibis. And so it's funny. You were asking about a trip to Belize, and so fun could end up being a learning experience. Is the message that I got from that little parallel. So let your fantasies unwind. Open up your mind, and you might discover something in the midst of relaxing and having fun. Okay, and so One Eye, please and thank you. Trying to double and triple check this. Out. Okay, confirm or deny on a sense that you're getting. Well, let's see what they have to say. One Eye. Delay is the deadliest form of denial. Delay is the deadliest form of denial. So don't put, if you're putting things off, I guess introspect and be aware if that putting something off is avoiding it, and if you need to just look at it and say, okay, time to cut bait. Hopefully that has relevance for, because I know you had that specific question, but hopefully that fills in the right blanks. But okay. Okay, Married Whipple from the Jackals. And Yes, Chris Robles. What you're doing? What we're doing with the fortune cookies? In a way, I was inspired by something that a friend of mine told us about when he went to Japan, and he went to a Shinto temple. Now, this was just a few years ago, so this is very current. But they actually had vending machines for tokens for little omamori and divination things at the Shinto temple. So I said, well, you know what? If they can do things like that, and we have record from ancient Egypt from people who went to the temples, and they would have a yes and a no answer scribbled out on a piece of pottery or on a scrap of papyrus, and they would bring those before the deity in their form as an icon, and they had some way of using that to indicate which one it was. So they would ask a question, and that was a form of divination. So using a fortune cookie is our modern adaptation of the same idea. So, and I tell you what, we've had some that really have been quite spooky in their accuracy. And what's really great is we don't know what's in them. There is absolutely no way to rig any of this. So what you see is what you get. So next up is yes, Mary Wet, and then Sarana. So asking the chaplets, trying not to knock things down. You feeling better?
Thank you for the super stickers, everybody.
All right, Mary Wet. You have a remarkable ability to make new friends.
If you don't hide in your house.
Well, it might be time to go out and make some new ones, and you have a remarkable ability to do that. So I think Anapu and the Opener of the Way are giving you some encouragement on that. You have remarkable ability to make new friends. So now for Sarana. Action is the basis of success. Sarana, action is the basis of success. It is time to do whatever it is. And thank you for the link to the Discord. Okay, Eden Lou from Toth. Yes, and by the way, you don't have to specifically request a deity. They're all here. They're all happy to weigh in. And,
But you certainly can.
Yeah, of course we have the ones that we're honoring specifically tonight, but everyone is in attendance. So yes, Eden Lou from GOT. Your family will bring you joy and support in April.
But not until.
Oh goodness, no. Oh yes. Well, I'm going. Well, are there any holidays coming up in April? When are Easter and Passover going to be next year?
I don't know.
Well, it's funny. If you figure out when Passover is, the Mesopotamian New Year is close by. It's like a couple of weeks beforehand. So I'll look on that calendar. That'll give me a hint. But your family will bring you joy and support in April. So you might have somebody come and visit. Let's see. Well, it's a research trip for school. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Because I also have prayers for the custody hearing this week. Wow. Definitely. Okay. Zephos Lavenderstone. About a job. I just applied today. Okay. Well, Zephos. And then we're going to say a prayer. I have something specific in mind for you for that. But, okay. Zephos. I think somebody was waiting to just kind of toss this one out at you. Zephos, learn to negotiate effectively. Learn to negotiate effectively.
Don't go for the cheapest salary they offer you.
Well, but doing it effectively. Be aware of the situation and give and take, and understand their viewpoint. Where I say viewpoint, but the position they're coming from, and then the position you're coming from, and learn how to make the most for both of them. Learn to negotiate effectively. But yes, Sarana asked for a prayer because there's a custody hearing coming up, and Shu is the air, and Geb is the earth, and he's basically represented here by my little piece of geode. So we'll ask him because inheritance and legal decisions and things like that kind of fall under his purview, and so we're going to ask him, since this is dealing with matters like that. It's custody, but it's still. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Hail and praise unto you, O Geb, Lord of the lands, foremost of the gods, Lord of thrones, Father of the five, head of the dual Aeneids. You judge between the rivals. You speak, and the Aeneid listens. You endure as the Ba of the earth. Your spine is the land that supports us. You open your doors for the Aku, the blessed dead. Over Osiris do you keep guard. The earth is purified for you. Your hands hold up the dawn. The serpents of the earth, they fear you. Your Hika holds them under your sway. Governor of the earth, Lord of the wasp staff, support us with your strength and render a good judgment for Sarana. Okay. All right, Chris Robles, whatever it is I need to hear, lay it on me. Awesome. Okay. You okay, Lou?
Oh.
And we'll get to our Discord cookies, because I know we have those too. I just wanted to make sure, like for our folks that are tuning in, well into the evening, that we don't keep them waiting. Okay, so Chris Robles. Take small, consistent steps toward your goals. Take small, consistent steps toward your goals. Yes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So, okay. Okay, Spicy Pink says, I would like a prayer to get out of this job that I'm in. It's causing me so much stress and straining my time and energy. Had a good interview Tuesday and it went well. I should hear something by Monday. All right. Well, let's ask Osiris. Whenever there's an issue with a job or money, he's the one that I ask, and we'll ask him that you get to move on to a better opportunity and something that will be less stress, and all the best to you for that. And we'll say some more prayers, for everybody in just a minute. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and get those. Oh, hey, Luca. Okay. Oh, well, definitely. And I'm metaphorically speaking about the elephant. The idea is, how do you eat something that's that much bigger than you? One bite at a time. You don't try and do it all at once. But no, elephants are very intelligent, and they're, more like us than we realize. So I'm not suggesting anything like that. Just, again, it's metaphorically speaking. So we'll get Luca, and then we'll bounce back to the Discord requests. Luca, keep your dreams close. They are your guiding stars. Keep your dreams close, for they are your guiding stars. And of course, a quote of Optimus Prime's that I happen to know is one of Peter Cullen's favorites. Hold on to your dreams. The world was built on dreams. So. And that is my prayer for the week, because I've submitted my animation and 2 of my novels to a couple of film festivals. One of them does film and also writing. And the one in LA I didn't make, but there's a couple of other ones that I submitted to. And one of my novels and my animation at least made the selection round. So they made the first, they made it past the first elimination round. We'll see what happens. We'll find out sometime in December, when, how well they do. So I'm optimistic. But let's go ahead and back up and get to our Discord folks. Oh, that's cute. So we are adorable critters to elephants. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. It's kind of like how baby ducks are to us too. Okay, so our Discord cookies. We've got Shade Light, Deadeye, and Ori. So we'll start with Shade Light. So, for Shade Light, make today the day you change the world. Come on, Darren. I was just a little concerned about you. You were suddenly in a deep sleep there. But for Shade Light, make today the day you change the world. Now, I also want to pair that with a fortune that we got just a couple of weeks ago about practice kindness every day, because that changes the world. So don't think of it like, oh, I'm going to go out there and, start a revolution or something. It starts with small things, but make today the day. So that's for Shade Light. Okay, Deadeye and then Ori. Deadeye. Got voicemail, yeah. Now, I must confess, I know that's not the source of the reference, but for Deadeye's username, but I cannot help but think of the Bucky O'Hare character. And that is an obscure little cartoon from the early 90s. If you know that,
You're old.
or at least you were watching some weird stuff in the early 90s. But for Deadeye, number 1, Mondays hold the promise of new beginnings. Embrace them eagerly. So, Mondays hold the promise of new beginnings. Dash. Embrace them eagerly. That was the first one.
First time I've ever heard somebody say Mondays don't suck.
Well, if you start a new job or start a new something. Actually, Monday is going to be, this coming Monday is going to be December 2nd, I believe. Yeah. So. And funny that. Here's their second one. Your dreams will come true in December. So, for Deadeye, it's strange because I was holding the fortune as I was saying that and didn't look at it. And then when I read it, it's like, oh, wow. So for Deadeye, Mondays hold the promise of new beginnings. Embrace them eagerly. Your dreams will come true in December. So, overarching message for Deadeye.
Onward and upward.
Yes. Next month, onward and upward. And you've got to stay positive to make it happen. Now that's for Deadeye. And now for Ori. And then Sarcastic is next. Okay, for Ori. Don't let envy poison your sense of contentment. Don't let envy poison your sense of contentment. So that was for Ori. Don't let envy poison your sense of contentment. And now, Sarcastic, your turn. And you got some voicemail.
Psych.
Huh?
Psych.
It's like, that's another one. If you get that one, you won't. So that was an 80s thing to say. Psych. All right, Sarcastic, first one. Follow the path of gratitude. It leads to abundance. Now, the second one. A single kind word will keep one warm for years. So putting it together for you, Sarcastic. Follow the path of gratitude. It leads to abundance. A single kind word will keep one warm for years. So balance the tart of that sarcastic with a little bit of sweet. So, okay, now let's catch up and see if there's anyone else that put in a request since. Bucky O'Hare, thank you. It is my user. Let's see, my username is actually a type of coffee brew. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, so Katie had to head out. Well, good night. Just got done driving, now shopping. Oh boy. I'm sorry. Yeah, because Black Friday, all that stuff. But Audrina giving a brief thanks to Juti and Tutankhamun for the successful completion of my master's degree. Congratulations!
Hoorah!
And you know what? I'm still waiting to hear back from you on that information that you had. If are you on the Discord? Because I definitely want to know about those things you were talking about with how to tell, if things are counterfeits, if they're legit, were they legitimately obtained, the things like that. Because you mentioned that, and we still want to know. I haven't forgotten about it. Yes, that was a cartoon with the space rabbit. Okay, if you could, would pray for me to get better. I'm actually sick as a dog. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh, and I don't know how to put cookies in the server. Yeah, but did we get you well, because the one we read, that was for you. Okay, but yeah, it is kind of, I guess there is some stuff going around. I'll tell you, I started wearing a mask again just because, hey, it's getting to be that time again. That's, there's certainly no harm in wearing one, contrary to what people might say. It'll help you keep from getting sick. So, let's say some prayers for everyone, because we have folks that have just gotten their masters. Congratulations again. Did you have to do a thesis?
What's your master's in?
Yeah. Tell if you don't mind. If it's okay, tell us about that. And for folks that are sick, we ask Sekhmet to bless you and bring healing, help you to get over, help Zaphos to get over what's ailing them.
Also, please do a prayer for my cat.
Yes, for it's Cain, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And we ask Bast and Shu as the messenger of Bast to please look after Cain. And because Cain is what did you say? 15 or years old?
Yeah, he's either 15 or 16 now.
Okay.
Wow.
He'd be 16 in February.
Yeah.
That's an old kitty.
Yeah, and yeah. It's hard, but the sense that I'm getting is don't give up on him yet. So we'll include Cain the kitty in with our other prayers. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Yunu, and place your arms of blessing around Zaphos, Cain, and everyone else who's tuning in. Let them rejoice in your bounty, and their hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neet and Upwot to open their ways for them, and may you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Khepri at dawn, Atum at dusk, Ra Horaketi, as you rule the nine. And to make our offerings endure. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Khepri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shenit in Yunu, endures. As the name of Osu, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset and Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khamenyu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You've come in peace, O Ra. You've come in peace, O Shu. You have come in peace, O Yanachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Shu, O Yanachuru. May you go forth in peace to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Alrighty. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. And okay, yeah. Sorry the day life came up. I completely understand. When you're getting ready to finish a degree, regardless of the level, but especially the higher up you go, the more work there is. So I can completely understand.
We totally get it.
Okay, I just got my thesis grade back. I wrote it on the decorated tunics in Tutankhamun's tomb. Oh, awesome. That is so cool, because all I've ever seen are black and white photos of them. So, yeah, whatever you have, I'm like all eyes and ears on that.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Congrats, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, and that is so awesome. Is there a way I can heart this? No, I don't think so. But that is, but Audrina, that is so awesome. And I hope that your paper is somewhere that we can read it, because I want to. That is awesome. And
I hope it had pictures.
Well, so what? Just to read about that, because textiles are cool. I don't care what anybody says. And if you don't think they're cool, try going without them.
Yes.
So, and you're planning on publishing it. That is so awesome. Yes. If there, I know further in the chat, there's that invite for the Discord. So, folks, if you're not already in there, just scroll up. It's there. And yeah, I can, yeah. And oh goodness, reorganizing. I can appreciate that too. Something else that I'm going to do as I get the time, because I've got a book that I'm trying to finish, a couple of them actually, and stuff like that. But there's also at some point I'm going to finish the editing on a manuscript that my great uncle, who passed away in 2021, had written. I didn't know about it until a year later. A mutual cousin shared it with me, and I actually did a test print of it a couple of years ago, and I intend to finish it and publish it as a book. So my great uncle will be posthumously published. And going through and just editing something that somebody else wrote is a lot of work. In the first pass, you end up missing things, and you come back and you look at it and you're like, oh, I can't believe I missed that. So I totally sympathize. And congratulations again. Yeah, so well, that's awesome. But lots of love, guys, and again, wish us, I guess, good hunting when we go to Dallas, because we're going to be going to the Disability Expo, and hopefully find some other cool things.
I'm going to get a jetpack for a wheelchair.
or at least they'll have a panel on how do you raise money to get your jetpack for your wheelchair.
Yeah.
I don't know, or something like
let
that.
me know about that one.
Now they also have like accessible rock climbing walls and stuff.
Oh, they do, don't they? Yeah.
So I can like put myself in a harness and
I'll have to
pull
take
myself
pictures.
up a wall.
Yeah, I think they also said they have something about like accessible travel.
Yeah, there's going to be about something about how to travel the world when you have a disability.
Yeah,
there's going to be a informational panel on that, and
okay, yeah, I definitely
that's the only reason I'm really going. So if we miss that, we might as well go home. And that's on Friday.
Oh, it's on Friday. Okay, yes. So that's why we're missing broadcast. I'm going to be pre-taping, so that means that you'll see me, canned basically next Friday, but I'll be back live the Friday after that. So the 13th, I believe, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
So hey, what?
Yeah, we
It'll
will
be a
be
lot of fun.
exhausted because I'll have spent the whole week with my boss.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yeah.
we'll be having dinner with her almost every night.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So we're gonna be busy, but it'll be good busy. So.
Yeah.
But lots of love, everyone, and prayers for life, prosperity, and health, and happiness, and for the sun to rise with new opportunities and fresh possibilities for everyone. So.
Also, coming up on Monday, you have your new entry for the Kemetic how-to guide.
Yeah. Actually, it should. Actually, I think that the new entry should be Sunday. I think. Sunday, yeah, the 30th.
Sunday.
Yeah, actually, when we log out from here, it's going to give. If you're tuning in here, it'll give you a redirect for the upcoming premiere of that episode. Awesome. And if you're one of my Patreon peeps, I'm going to have the exclusives for that up later this weekend. So, yeah. So, Everybody's giving lasers even out. So much for joining us. Yeah, don't go crazy with the holiday travel and shopping and all that, because people get nuts this time of year. And we'll be airing a pre-recorded service next week. So we'll see you the next Friday. Ojai, everyone. Lots of love.
Ojai.